All right, well, last year I started making a handful of bike videos and then moved it back to Colorado from Arizona. Haven't been on the bike much. So I'm going to be getting on the bike a whole hell of a lot more this summer. I am right now trying to plan out kind of like a figure eight a bike rafting route out in Canyonlands that I'll probably do in October or something. But I want to keep you guys updated about what I have been riding over the past year. It has been freaking awesome, and I think that you guys are gonna like it. Okay, so there it is, my trusty steed. This is the Priority 600 HXT, and this is their quote hardcore hardtail. So it's got the Fox 34 shock up front, 140 millimeters of travel, really cushy. Of course, the star of the show right here is the Pinion and Gates combo. So you've got the Gates carbon belt drive on there, and then the Pinion 12-speed electronically shifting drivetrain here. This is the SMARTSHIFT system. It's electronically controlled. It works really well. So yeah, come along for a ride with me today. Not sure how many miles I'm going to get in here, but let's go have some fun. I do love the sound of that hub. So I'm fortunate that I've got this nice trail network out where I live, just kind of through the Ponderosa forest. Really peaceful. A lot of the times of the year, there's a lot of cattle grazing here, which is kind of obnoxious. But right now, no cattle. There's about 30-40 miles of trail out here. Some of it is ATV trail, most of it's single track. And then there's some nice gravel roads in here too. All right, let's go have some fun. I think one of the big reasons I haven't really been riding is just feeling like a little bit discouraged from the last handful of rides I've gone on. Because like I've said in the past, when I used to bike, when I lived in Minneapolis, I would ride 10,000 miles a year. So I was in pretty insane shape for riding. And like the last handful of months, I don't know, last bike ride I went on was in February for my birthday down in southern New Mexico. And I got my freaking butt kicked. Because I can't not compare my fitness right now to where I used to be at. But definitely starting to come to terms with that it's a different chapter in my life. And I'm never going to be in that kind of shape again. So that shouldn't stop me from enjoying riding a bike, because I love it. So that is why I'm out here today, even though it took me like an hour to get myself out of the house. But I'm here, and that's what counts. Oh yeah, and there's some flowers. That counts too. Well. Take a look at this. Whoop. It really Really, really never gets old. Anytime that I'm feeling like kind of discouraged by biking and like not being in shape, I do have to remind myself that like 10 years ago, this is where I wanted to be. And I'm here. And so I need to take advantage of riding because yeah, like I could have only ever dreamed of this and now I'm here. And I have been here for 7 years and I've just not been riding. I remember the first big ride I ever did in the mountains. I did this, the Idaho Hot Springs route in the Sawtooth Mountains out in Idaho, and I got my freaking ass kicked. I came from Minnesota, so never having ridden in elevation before. I had like a 60-pound bikepacking setup, and my very first day I climbed like 3,000 feet. And after that, I knew it was not going to go over well. And that was my first experience riding in the mountains, and I really haven't done much actually in the mountains since then. Like I still haven't been on the Colorado Trail on my bike, so I'm going to do that this summer. So I don't know. I think this video is for anyone who used to ride a lot, hasn't ridden in a long time, and wants to get back out there. This is for you. Okay, and one last look before we go. Ba-ba! Bum, 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 bum. That's just over 12,500 feet up there. Crunchy gravel roads. And big old blue skies. It's a recipe for a good day. Well, something else to add to the mix too. Oh yeah. Oh, it feels so good to be out. I also have pretty much no idea how far I'm gonna ride today, where I'm gonna go. This whole trail network just kind of connects, so I'm not too worried. Just want to spend some time being out here. Okay, I've been on this fairly chunky ATV double track for a little bit, but it's so pretty in here. That's the fun thing out in this trail network. You've got big chunky double track, you've got single track, you've got gravel roads, and it's just all in this beautiful ponderosa forest. And you're really never too far from the car. So if you have an issue, you can get back pretty easy. On this double track, I'm definitely happy to have that 140 millimeters of travel because I'm using just about every bit of it. Whew, okay. I did not have nearly enough momentum for this climb. It's not long, but it's super steep and punchy and full of rocks. And I have not been riding for nearly long enough to be able to handle that. Oh yeah, and it's sandy too. Chunky, steep, sandy. Sometimes there's no shame in walking it. Okay, so I just decided to stop for a minute, refill a little bit of my water, and look what I found. Flowers. Heck yeah. Many, 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 many purple flowers. My favorite type of flower, if I'm being honest. Oh wow, so this was neat. I've never been here before. So you're also kind of like weaving in and out of canyons a little bit in here. So we just had this really, really cool descent down the edge of this canyon, not more than like 100 feet. And it popped me out right here. And looks like I got a nice little fun climb back up to the other side of the canyon. That was neat. I've never been here before, and I've been to this trail system like 100 times. Heck yeah. I got to remember this one. This will be a fun one to come back with my wife on our e-bikes. One of the things I have really loved about this bike, with the electronic pinion system, you can just shift from a standstill, which is really neat. Some people have said with the system that you can't really shift under load. That's a little bit true, a little bit not true. I have found that you can, maybe not under extreme load. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll just lightly pause at the top of my pedal stroke. I mean, look, no system is perfect, but I definitely prefer this over traditional drivetrain. Okay, well, I was having a great day, and then the left side of my crank arm fell off. So I'm now looking for a bolt that helped actually affix that to the crank. And what the fuck? I haven't ridden the bike in a handful of months, but this has never happened before, and I'm quite a ways out, so this is gonna perhaps be an interesting end to the day. Yeah, so the bolt that goes in there has fallen out, and I don't know where, because the frickin', I thought maybe my pedal just fell off, but this whole frickin' thing came right off. So I gotta try to figure out a temporary fix so I can get the heck out of here. All right, well, I did get the arm back on, and I'm gonna take this opportunity, I think, to just have my lunch, have some electrolytes, and just slowly kind of walk back down the trail to see if I can find that larger bolt. Because I really would like to get that bolt back in. I was just about to talk about how I love the pinion system because there's not really much maintenance. Well, with that bolt out, there is going to be maintenance because dust and all that crap is now going to get into the system. And driving out of here will be several miles on a gravel road, and then my house is on a gravel road. So I really would like to see if I can find that. What a crazy way to end the ride. And I was not ending my ride yet. I planned on putting in another, I don't know, however many miles I wanted to. So we'll see. I'm just gonna keep on walking and have some food, and we'll find out what happens. Oh my God. Well, I've been walking for a little ways now, 5 or so minutes, and oh shit. What? Oh my God. Huh. Well, I'm going to rejoice. I am surprised I found that. It's a little bit stripped, maybe? I don't know. It's probably worth the visit to the bike shop. Holy crap, though. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to find it. I really didn't think I was going to find it. And I wasn't going to walk for that long. I can definitely be a little bit catastrophic in my thinking, which is not good. I'm trying to work on that. Oh my God. Well, I'm very glad I found it so my ride can continue. I know I'm gonna ride a couple more miles up a gravel road and then it'll be mostly all downhill back to the car. Oh my God. And this is why you always have a multi-tool on you. Because if I didn't, I would be pedaling with one foot and a real grumpy customer. All right, and get this back on the bike, finish up my food, and keep on rolling. That's maybe gonna be good enough. That's not ideal. I don't have the right size fit with me, but I think we'll make it work to get me out of here. So I'm not gonna continue my ride, but I am going to be able to ride out of here. So that counts for something. And then, yeah, we'll go to good old local bike shop and see if they can help me get that fixed up, get all this torqued down properly again. Man. Ooh, I gotta watch out this bolt doesn't just come back out, because it is not really threading in there. Maybe it is. All right. Gosh, I wish I had some tape with me just to keep that bolt in. All right, let's go hit the road. Okay, also shout out to the best multi-tool of all time. I have had this thing for over 10 years. From Toe Peak. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's this Ratchet Rocket Light. Yeah, it's this ratcheting set, and it is freaking fantastic. Helps you get into all those like tiny little places, and way easier to get actually decent torque on your bolts. So, hooray! All right, just got back to the truck. Oh, very happy I got back. Also, I freaking love this Coros Dura computer. So I'm gonna get packed up with the truck, tighten up that crank arm bolt, which it did actually survive the last like 2.5, no, maybe 3 miles back to the truck. So, heck yeah, that was a great ride. Oh. All right, I'm back home now, and yeah, so I didn't have a 10 millimeter hex bit with me, and that is what I need to get this thing tightened up. So what actually wound up happening is that, so this must have fallen off, yeah, at some point, and then these other bolts, for some reason, were loose. And as I'm pedaling, I thought that the pedal just fell off, which, like, that's happened in the past. I've had a pedal fall off, or I just didn't get it tight enough, or whatever. That's, like, not the most unrealistic failure. But then I looked down and just noticed the entire spindle arm had just fallen off of the bike.
And so, yeah, I've never encountered that before. So fortunately, I was able to go get everything back together and get back home. But yeah, now I got to go bring it into the bike shop and see what the deal is, because they were definitely looked like that bolt was a little bit stripped, and can't have that. So hopefully it's an easy fix. We can just maybe replace that bolt. I don't know. But it was an awesome ride. Very happy that I got myself out. I only did like 12 and a half miles, but that's 12 and a half more miles than I have done in the last 4 months. So it is a victory. I'm going to go for another ride maybe this Tuesday. Might do a little bit of like a shakedown. I'm trying to get into shape so I can go do a short overnighter on the Colorado Trail, do one of my favorite segments of all time. If I absolutely can't ride it, I know I could make that hike in 2 days. So that is what I'm going to try. And I think I'm going to start riding around with all my bike gear. Got some really cool bike packing stuff that I can share with you guys. So if you want to get some cycling motivation so you can get out there and ride again, just like me, please follow along, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more biking content.